Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. So in this video I'm going to show you guys some pretty cheap and easy things you can do to your car to make it stand out. First of all, I'm going to start off with painting the brake calipers. I'm going to be painting mine red. You can pick up all of this stuff from either eBay, Amazon or Halfords. It's all fairly inexpensive, and to do this it'll cost you around £25. So first of all, what you're going to need is some brake cleaner. I've got a can here. It cost me around £10 at Halfords. I've got a 1/2 inch brush, which cost me around one to £2. I also have my red brake caliper paint, which is around £7.50 at Halfords. And then you are also going to want a wire brush, which is around, again, £2 to £3. So the whole thing is going to cost you roughly around £25. So it's not overly expensive, and yeah, it's pretty easy. Now the reason why I've gone for a can rather than a spray can is because by trade I'm a painter and decorator, so I'm more used to holding a brush than I am a spray can. Plus you'd need to do a lot of masking up if you had a spray can, and if you held it in one place too long and you got a paint run, then there's nothing you can do about it and you can't brush it out. So I've gone with using the brush method because I know that I can get the paint to the right thickness that I want, and I'm not going to leave any runs. Now this is something I've done before, so instead of using a wire brush I'm going to use a less harsh brush to clean the calipers, because I don't want to take the old paint off. I just want to put a few more coats on, make it look a little bit nicer before show season. But if you are starting from new, then it's advisable that you use a wire brush to clean the calipers to begin with. Anyway, I'm going to start off with taking the wheels off, and we're going to jump into the video.
So the first thing you need to do when painting the calipers is take off the wheel. So I'm just loosening off the wheel nuts whilst the car is on the floor, so it's easier to take the wheel off when it's jacked up. Now I would advise using axle stands if you have them. At the time of doing this I didn't have axle stands and I just worked off the jack, which isn't a problem. You just got to make sure that you understand that it could move. So once you've loosened up all the nuts, you can take the wheel off, and then you can get to work cleaning the brake caliper. So if you have fresh calipers that haven't been painted before, you want to get off as much as the rust or as much as the dirt as possible. Keep using the wire brush, keep using the brush cleaner, and just give it a really good clean. Some people sand down their calipers. It's not a necessity. The paint will stick to the caliper without giving it a sand down, and it will last for a long time like mine has, so don't worry about sanding it down or anything. It's not a necessity. Then obviously once you've cleaned it, you can start going around with the paint. Make sure it is dry first, by the way. You might want to use a cloth just to wipe it over, but yeah, then you can start painting the caliper. Keep looking, making sure that you know where you've been. On the first coat it'll be quite obvious, and then it'll get harder and harder, obviously, because it will develop more of a colour. But you should be able to tell from the shininess. But just keep going around, try and brush in one direction if you can. If you try and work the paint for too long, it will start to mess up the finish a little bit. So for the best finish, try and work in the same sort of direction. A little bit like nail polish for girls. So yeah, just keep going over it, make sure you get in all the little gaps and everything. If there are some really hard to get in gaps, you can dab the brush onto that area and you should be able to get it in there. Once you've done 2 or 3 coats, you should get a really nice finish and a good layer of paint there. Obviously wait 20 minutes between coats just so it has time to dry. The paint does dry pretty quickly. And then once it is painted, it's advisable not to drive the car for I think 24 hours, the tin said. So yeah, try and not drive it for a little while once you have painted them, just so it has time to dry. Obviously just go over all your calipers with that. It's pretty simple, so I won't show you any more. And yeah, thanks for watching.